This week's episode of I Was a Teenage Film Snob is not brought to you by spinning wheels or prize packages. Welcome to I Was a Teenage Film Snob. I'm James Chalmers, your friendly neighborhood film snob, and this is the very last episode of the podcast for this year. Thank you. We want to go out with a bang. We want to do a big celebration. So we're not doing lists this evening. We're not talking about our favorite movies from any topic. Instead, we're doing something I've wanted to do for over a decade since I started podcasting back in 2009. We're going to do a bit of a game show. We're going to have a bit of a quiz. And it's either going to be the most brilliant episode you ever heard or it's going to be awful. But I've lined up the cast with stars galore from the show previous, so I think we're going to be in for a good time. Even if my quizmaster skills prove less than perfect, we'll have a good time with our wonderful, wonderful guests. Because it is a game show, we have to do a game show-style intro. We can't just bring them out like normal. So we're going to give them the Whose Line Is It Anyway introduction. So here comes the bride. It's Tina Chalmers.
Woohoo!
Here comes the other bride. It's Maddie Schultz. And the party don't start till she gets here, but she will be in bed by 9. It's Samantha McCarty. There was a fourth introduction. Our fourth had to drop out, but that's fine. We're going to have fun. This might be the first show I've had all women as guests.
Yeah.
And weirdly, even though the show's been going for almost 2 years now, Maddie and Tina have never, ever been on a show together despite being best friends.
Yeah, that's right.
I know. It's because he's trying to keep us separated. He's trying to, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Well,
These two worlds shall not clash.
My two wives shall not clash. That isn't a weird comment, by the way. It is it's an ongoing joke in the show, and we did have a listener write and be like, hey, no offense, but you sound like you're married to Maddie. So I was like, well, I'm definitely sharing that with both my wives, and we'll see how that goes.
I know. We pretty much checked in with each other and we're like, cool, this is a great gag. Let's all keep it going.
Yeah, that's right.
And obviously the last time Samantha was on was a couple of weeks ago, and it was revealed that she does go to parties and falls asleep at them around 9 o'clock. So it all tracks.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing, everyone? Are we excited for the end of the year? The year's almost wrapped up now. How are we feeling? Tina?
Oh, my God. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. So looking forward to it. So looking forward to holidays.
100%. And Maddie, you how are you doing? Are you looking forward to the end of the year?
I am looking forward to Christmas. I'm a big Christmas fan in terms of decorations and lights and food and friends. So I'm very much just excited for the gear up for Christmas. My year has been at home with children, so I'm still just looking for all the bright bits.
We got to have some little get-togethers during the year while I wasn't working full-time. And people may forget that, but not Samantha, Maddie's been on the show a number of times. You were on the show while you were heavily pregnant. You still came on and talked movies before your son was born, and you've been on a number of times since. So it's been an eventful year, to say the least.
Definitely. It's always been a highlight to get on and talk to adults about adult things.
You are a listener favorite, I know, and your last episode was that crossover with Nick Owen, which I know went down a treat. People loved that episode, so
we were a good combo.
Good combo. I just, I love bringing people together. That's a Batman vs Superman reference. There'll be lots of those tonight. And Samantha, the end of the year, you excited? You want it to last longer? How are you feeling?
2 weeks until 2 weeks off of work, so I'm very, very excited for that.
Yeah. Excellent. So tonight we're going to do a quiz, bit of a game show. This has been, as I said, not a lifelong, but
since you were a wee lad.
Since I strolled out of the womb, microphone in one hand and DVD case in the other, I was like, guys, we're doing a game show. And I've wanted to do this for a long time. We almost did it for the 50th episode, and then I kind of got cold feet. I was like, that might not work. So tonight we're finally doing it. This is actually going to air on New Year's Eve, I'm pretty sure. So instead of going to the city, just listen to this show. It'll be as eventful, I'm sure. But no traffic. I hate going to the city on New Year's Eve. I'm sure you're all eager for the rules, but before we jump into the quiz and the rules themselves, how is 2023 in movies been for you all? We'll go reverse order. Samantha, you've been watching heaps of movies?
I've watched a lot of new movies that I never thought I would have watched before. I usually just watch The Office and absolutely nothing else, but I've really been watching a lot of different movies. So, yeah, I know that's not very in-depth, but I've been watching movies.
What's been a standout for you this year?
Ooh. I don't know what's necessarily been a standout. All I know is that I still need to watch the rest of Beau is Afraid. And I really, really want to watch that before the year ends.
We were talking about this like 3 weeks ago. So.
I started it however many months ago, still haven't finished it. I will finish it before the year ends. But
I'm keen to hear your thoughts.
That's definitely a must.
Because the third act gets
definitely
really weird. So I'm definitely keen to hear your thoughts. And Maddie, obviously looking after a couple of kids has, made the schedule difficult, but have you been watching a lot of movies? Any standouts for you?
So besides all the kids' films that I've been watching on repeat, lots and lots of Iron Giant and Treasure Planet and Finding Nemo and WALL-E with Heike. But I had a few standouts this year that was really exciting. I made sure that my husband and I had an actual date night, which we'd only ever been on one date in our entire lives. I don't know how it happened. We've been together for 17 years and we've only been on one date. And so I was like, no, we need another one. We've got 2 children and a mortgage. Let's try. And so we went to Oppenheimer, and I'm very glad we did it right. We went to, I don't know, not gold class, but, the equivalent of, Lux. And we had a nice meal, and we, sat there for like 3 hours and watched this amazing film that both of us are really invested in. So that was a massive highlight. But recently we watched Bullet Train, and we haven't giggled and laughed and enjoyed such a film on such a similar level in a long time. So, yeah, that was 2 of my highlights. It was Bullet Train just at home on Netflix or whatever, and Oppenheimer in the cinema.
Bullet Train's a really fun one, man. Like Brad Pitt, obviously I love Brad Pitt doing his serious stuff and doing his very, serious acting. But Brad Pitt being silly, like just getting to relax and unwind, like Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt, or Burn After Reading. Brad Pitt in particular is very good if you've ever seen Burn After Reading.
Yeah, he's good in that.
He's so good in that.
He's really good.
But Bullet Train's a lot of fun. Got Joey King, one of my favorite young actresses. She's fantastic. I think Aaron Taylor-Johnson is the other one who plays, he's so good at it.
Yeah, he plays Tangerine.
That's
I love it. Tangerine and Lemon, yeah. And Logan Lerman, and there's heaps of great casting. Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Oh yeah,
really good giggle. I was laughing and smiling the whole time. And when we turned it off, both of us were just like, we really thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a great time.
And actually, you and Samantha have something common because you both recommended The Gentleman to me. So, which is a film that I watched this year.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Go up. High five, Sam.
Very good movie.
That was that was one I think you mentioned on one of your first episodes, Maddie. And then I think the week that Samantha and I became friends, she was like, "Oh, you've recommended 400 movies to me. Here's one you should watch." And I hadn't seen it, so it came from 2 strong recommendations, and I loved it. I thought it was a great film. What's his name? Hugh Grant. Maybe his best performance ever. So good.
I agree.
And Tina, 2023 in movies. Obviously, you've been working full time.
Yeah, so I feel like I can't remember anything other than Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we see?
We went and saw Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And we went and saw Guardians.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm never watching that again. I'm never watching Guardian. Is that Guardians 3?
3, yeah.
I can't. That's just too. The whole rocket storyline just made me cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. I can't do it.
It was too hard to watch.
James Gunn just won an award today from Peter being the most animal conscious and friendly movie of the year, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. I literally cannot. I need to erase this movie from my memory. But yeah.
You watched Turtles as well?
Oh yeah, Turtles was great.
So
Turtles
good.
was awesome. That was really good. We watched that just last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What the heck is Turtles?
Sorry?
What the heck is Turtles?
The new Ninja Turtles.
The new Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I thought you literally went to saw a film called Turtles, and I'm like, okay, right? What do they do? Eat lettuce all day? What?
Yeah.
Tea in their water sauce? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Look, we'll get to our top films of all time in a couple of weeks, but I don't know, Turtles is up there for me. It's really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And Super Mario you watched as well.
Yes, and I watched Super Mario, that's right. But yeah, I'm sort of in the same boat. It's kind of just been like watching kids' movies, like the really, really, really poorly animated Barbie movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Barbie becomes a mermaid, and it's like, this is shit. But and then like all the other Disney classic movies, sort of thing like that, they're good. They're always good.
There's been a lot of Frozen. There's been a lot of Tangled.
Yeah, that's right.
Tangled underrated. So such a good flick, yeah.
Such a good movie.
Cool. Well, it's been a big year for movies in 2023. The Oscars, we saw diversity win a number of awards, from Michelle Yeoh to Everything Everywhere All at Once to Ke Huy Quan. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. We saw comebacks with Brendan Fraser. Marvel and DC obviously crushing the box office yet again. We had a huge year of horror. There is a ton of stuff to talk about. Someone just interrupted my flow. So many things happened this year. We can't cover it all. We're going to give it a damn good shot. So we're going to get into the quiz. And you're all competing for the very prestigious title of Film Snob of the Year. So take it very seriously, please. No jokes.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 rounds. The first 4 rounds are going to be themed around certain movie releases. There'll be 5 questions per round, the last question of each being a pretty difficult one, but it will reward you with more points if you score well. Round 5 is a Guess That Movie round. I'll explain that more when we get to it. It's pretty fun. And then the last one is the big question of the year. Each round will be timed, so I've got 2 phones going at the same time, and I'm taking score. Before we jump into it, does anyone have any questions? The rules sound pretty simple. How are we feeling? We excited to get started?
Yeah, excited.
Yeah, I'm not super competitive, but I'm really excited to get going.
I was really hoping that speech would rouse the competition, but that's okay. All right, pens and papers at the ready. Feel free to have some banter in between, otherwise it's going to be a very quiet episode. The first round is called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it's just general films from 2023. So, question 1. You're going to get 30 seconds for this one. Which movie won Best Picture? Oh, wait, before I do, even if you don't know, write something down. Just write anything down. Give everything a go, because you might guess them correctly by mistake.
Yeah.
Round 1, question 1. Which movie won Best Picture at the 2023 Academy Awards? It's the only film on this whole questionnaire that isn't from 2023, because it came out the year before. I didn't start the time.
Oh.
So my answer is, I have no idea.
Give it a guess.
I'm just giving it a guess.
Give it a guess.
It's going to be one of those things where it's like, I reckon every single time we all go,
yeah, we'll be making that dumb noise all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This question, by the way, worth 1 point. I didn't say that, but
doesn't make me feel too bad then.
I will explain how the points work as we go along.
Is it Moonlight? No. La La Land.
Yes. Okay. Question 2. And this one, you get 1 point for every answer you give correctly, or 5 points if you get all 3 answers. So, question 2. Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan released 2 of the most anticipated films of the year on the same day. What I want to know is, what were the movies called, and what was the internet nickname for the film double feature? I didn't hit start on the timer again. You all got 10 seconds extra because I couldn't figure it out. So what are the 2 movies called? And if we had a double feature for both of them, what would the internet nickname it?
Yeah.
So many great memes.
So 1 point per answer, 5 points if you get it 3. But I'm very generous with this quiz.
I think that one's easier than question number 1.
Yeah, I know. I wrote question number 1 last.
But you can't not have question number 1.
Well, that was the last question I wrote because I said, time's up. Okay. Question number 3. Keeping it simple still, it's just general films. I want you to name me 3 animated films that have been released or are due to release before the end of this year. 1 point for every answer you give me. If you give me 3, I'll give you 5 points.
Ooh, I got a good idea.
Hang on. Animated films that have been released in 2023.
Up to and including the end of December, because right now we're recording at the start of December, so if there's something due to come out before the end, I'll give you that point as well.
Okay.
Very generous with points.
Oh, I don't.
I have no idea.
I know the film, but I don't know the title. That's dumb of me. Oh well.
Yeah, what if we
I'll
don't get the title exactly right?
Well, it's
People like, what if we're like, it's this one?
I didn't press start on the timer again.
Oh, do you want me to do
No,
that?
it's okay. I'll keep it up. We talked about 30 seconds. If you're like, oh, the toy movie, then no. But if you're like
No.
Toy Story, then
Yeah.
Or like if you
Okay.
got Toy Story, I'll give it to you. Like, we'll see how you go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Question 4. Finally, after a couple of years, we have the return of raunchy adult comedy. It's been a couple of years. I want you to name the 2023 raunchy adult comedy starring Jennifer Lawrence and Matthew Broderick about an adult woman dating a teenager.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God,
I can see the
actually saw this one.
poster.
Oh my goodness. I keep thinking of just go with it, but that's not the right one. Have you started the timer?
This word is
Start
on the
timer.
poster, but I don't know if it's the title of the movie.
I need more time.
I can see that Samantha's taking it very seriously because she's just like putting her head down.
No, see, this is the thing, because every time I drive to work, I drive past a bus and it has a
Billboard.
poster on it. And I'm like, that's the name of the movie. And then I go, no, it's not. That's just a word on the poster. But the way that they formatted the poster was like stupid to make it look like that was the title, but it wasn't the title.
You're going to feel bad because it's definitely on the Blu-ray shelf.
Yeah.
All right, that is enough time. This is the big question. You get, hang on, how many answers are there? 1, 2, 3. There are 4 possible answers. I'll give you 1 point for every one, but if you get all 4, I'm going to give you 10 points. Big money, but it's the toughest question of the first round. This year saw the return of directors Martin Scorsese, David Fincher, M. Night Shyamalan, and Ridley Scott. You like David Fincher.
I do.
Name the movies they released. I'm going to give you a minute for this one.
Oh, I know one.
Martin Scorsese, David Fincher, M. Night Shyamalan, and Ridley Scott. First triumphant return since the pandemic, I'm pretty sure. 1 point per movie, 10 points if you give me all 4.
Wait, so who are the directors again?
Martin Scorsese.
Wait. Martin Scorsese. Yep.
David Fincher.
I don't know who that is.
He did Gone Girl.
Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, really? He had a new movie?
Great movie. And Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I know that. M. Night Shyamalan had a movie.
No,
I'll give you guys a hint. It had Ron Weasley himself, Rupert Grint in it.
Oh, I don't know what that's called.
No, I mean,
I have no idea what that's called.
You got 10 seconds to write some things
David
down.
Fincher. He's different from David.
Not David Lynch.
David Lynch.
That's who you would
that's
think
who
of.
I'm thinking of. Hate David Lynch.
All right, time's up.
Freak.
Let's go around the room. I have to multitask again. That's how we do it. That was round 1. That was probably the easiest round. So I'm starting to think I made it too difficult again, but that's okay. Question 1 was, which movie won Best Picture in the 2023 Academy Awards? Who got it?
Well,
Everything,
we don't know if we got it.
Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yeah, that's what I put.
Yep, that's correct. Samantha, what did you get? Oh, no. Did you say The Whale?
Oh, dear. No. Pardon?
What did you get?
I didn't get it.
What did you write down?
I didn't get it. That's all that matters.
What did you write down?
I wrote down, see, this is really awkward. I wrote down Barbie, but now I realise that was released this year, not last year.
That's okay.
No, it is movies this year.
Yeah, but no, Everything Everywhere Else that movie came out last year.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
That's okay. Excellent. So 1 point to Tina, 1 point to Maddie, none to Samantha, but the game is early. Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan released 2 films at the same day. What did everyone get? I'll go with you this time, Tina.
Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Barbieheimer.
Close.
What?
What did you...
What do you mean close?
Say it again.
Barbieheimer.
He's right.
Not Barbieheimer. What
No,
did you...
It's Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer is the
is
correct
it?
answer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's okay. That's okay. So 2 points to Tina.
Barbenheimer.
So, Maddie, what did you get, sorry?
I like Barbie.
Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Barbenheimer.
So you get 5
I
points.
should say it with a German accent.
I always
Oppenheimer,
read it as
Barbie, and
Barbie.
Barbenheimer.
That's okay. And Samantha, what did you get?
Too fast.
I actually wrote Barbie and Oppenheimer, is it? Yeah, actually.
Did you get Barbenheimer?
I didn't guess the name, though. Didn't guess the name.
That's okay. 3 animated films released. We'll start with Samantha this time. What did you get?
Okay, I don't really know. So I wrote Ninja Turtles. I don't know which one it was. Super Mario, I believe that came out this year. And then I didn't know another one, so I just wrote Something Lego because I feel like Something Lego always comes out.
There was no Lego movie, but Ninja Turtles is correct. Mutant Mayhem, but we'll give you Ninja Turtles. And Super Mario is correct. Maddie?
That was a very smart answer, though, to say Lego. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
I wrote Elemental, but I can't remember if that's the name of it.
That's correct.
Is that the name?
Yep.
Okay. This is the one I'm not sure about. Was there a new like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Return to the Spider-Verse, or?
I'll give it to you. It's Across the Spider-Verse, but I'll give it to you.
I just knew it was Spider-Man and then something Spider-Verse, and I was like, I don't know what it is.
That's okay. And did you get a third one?
I don't think it's out yet. I said Inside Out 2.
That's not this year. So I'll give you 2 points for Spider-Verse and for Elemental. And Tina?
I got Ninja Turtles as well.
Yep.
I got Spider-Verse as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I put down Wish.
Wish is coming out very soon, so that counts as a December release. Ooh. Perfect. Number 4, who can tell me the name of the Jennifer Lawrence comedy, the raunchy adult film?
This is not the name of it.
Yeah.
But this is the word that is on the poster.
Yeah.
That looks like the name of it. Awkward.
It's not called Awkward, but is on the poster.
See? Isn't that stupid? Who made that poster?
Because then I don't know. Listen to me, Flounder. Maddie, you didn't get it. Samantha, did you get it?
No.
No Hard Feelings.
That's it. No Hard Feelings. Well done.
Well done.
Yes. I actually watched it and I hated it.
Oh, really? I quite liked it. That's okay. No worries. I won't be on Samantha's top 5 list when we talk to her in January. That's fair enough. And last question for round 1. We saw the return of 4 directors, Martin Scorsese, David Fincher, M. Night Shyamalan, and Ridley Scott. You get 1 point for each, or 10 if you get them all. Tina, we'll go through you first.
All right, so Ridley Scott was Napoleon.
Napoleon is correct.
And Martin Scorsese was Killer of the Flower Moon.
That's correct.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
I do not know the other 2.
No worries. Oh, Maddie, what did you get?
I was the same as Tina. I said Killer of the Flower Moon and Napoleon, and then no idea.
Yep. And Samantha?
I wrote I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Killer of the Flower Moon is correct. Napoleon is correct. M. Night Shyamalan released Knock at the Cabin with David Bautista and Rupert Grint, and David Fincher released The Killer. Nick Owen was here like you're supposed to be. He would have got those. That was a Nick Owen question. At the end of round 1, Tina is on 11 points. Maddie is on 10 points. Samantha is on 5.
I can't believe I'm ahead. That's
You're
so
ahead.
weird.
You got some bonus points with your animated ones.
There you go.
All right. Round 2 is called Oh, the Horror.
Oh, great.
It's about horror movies.
Oh, fuck. Tina, we're screwed.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Alrighty. Question. Oh, hang on. I've got to change from this scorecard to a timer.
Are you sure you don't want me to do the timer?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think that my inability to get this going is very charming, and people will be like, "What a guy!" Question.
What a guy! I can't keep time.
What is the name of the Australian horror film about a stone hand that connects people to the spirit world?
A stone hand.
A stone hand that connects people to the spirit world.
As in a hand made of stone.
Made of stone. It was a huge film this year, biggest horror film of the year, unexpected success. Came from Australia by 2 guys from YouTube. I'll give you a little bit more there.
Freddy got fingered. No.
Yeah. Yes.
With a stone hand.
That is the first reference to Freddy got fingered on it. Fangered?
Fangered.
Freddy got fangered on this podcast, and hopefully not the last. That is a weird flick.
I've never seen it.
There is a scene where Tom Green swings a newborn baby by the umbilical cord around a house. So,
not for me.
I always get that movie confused.
It's a comedy, Samantha. It's very obviously rubber. We've lost Samantha.
Oh my god!
I always get that movie confused with Drop Dead Fred.
Very different movies.
But in my mind, because they're both the titles are both similar, and I haven't seen either of them.
I want to see a mashup called Drop Dead Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But she has to have watched the originals first to then mash up.
That's their Barbenheimer. Samantha might have the edge. She is a horror buff. She does like a horror film, so we'll see how we go. Question 2. Of the following horror icons, only one of them appeared in a horror film this year. I want you to tell me which horror icon appeared in a movie. Was it Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Ghostface, or Chucky? Only one of them got a movie. I want to know who got it. I can do those names again if you'd like.
Isn't Leatherface and Michael Myers the same?
No, Leatherface is. I'm not going to say what they're from. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But yes, they're two different people.
Okay.
It is crazy that of all those characters, only one got a movie this year. I didn't hit the timer, but that's fine.
Jesus Christ, James.
Everyone's written down.
Just accept help when you need it.
No, it's okay. Alrighty. Here we go. This is also worth 1 point. The point weighting is very uneven, I'll be honest. Which popular children's character became public domain recently, resulting in a horror film about him and his friend?
Oh, so sad about
What?
this.
Which popular children's character recently
Like Elmo or something.
became part of public domain, which means there's no longer copyright, anyone can use it,
Yeah.
and because of that became the main character in a horror film. So someone made a horror film about a public domain character.
Peter Rabbit or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it is Peter Rabbit, but of
Yeah.
that nature.
Okay. I have no
It sounds
idea.
like I know someone in this room definitely.
What's a character was public domain?
Well, it has to be past, because it's American and British, past 75 years.
75 years.
And I can tell you this one is also in our house. In fact, just about
Why am I helping you? Damn it.
everything on this list is about is in this house. So.
As in, what's the name of the movie or what's the character?
I just need the character. If you can give me the movie title, maybe I'll throw a sneaky bonus point. But if you give me the character, cool.
I don't think I can give you that either.
Alrighty. This is a science question, guys. We're going to science and technology now. In 2020, the reason is because the study happened in 2023. In 2023, the Science of Scare Project, that's what they're called, strapped heart rate monitors to 250 test subjects to determine the scariest movie of all time. I'm going to give you 5 options. I want you to tell me which film was deemed the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Was it Smile, Sinister, The Conjuring, Insidious, or Hereditary? And I can tell you those are probably 5 of the scariest movies I've ever seen, actually. So,
Can you say them again?
Smile, Sinister, The Conjuring, Insidious, or Hereditary. All very, very scary movies. Any one of them could take it.
I'm taking a stab in the dark on this one.
I appreciate that horror theme pun, stabbing things in the dark.
I had to get there before you did.
What was that?
I had to get there before you did. You're so good at puns. I'm so slow.
Well, I'm too busy juggling like 400 things at once and refusing people's help.
It's literally 2.
Yeah. Oh, you'll also notice this has not started since the round began. All right. Final question. This is the big one. Let me see how many. I need 3 answers from you. If you give me all 3, I'll give you 5 points. Otherwise, 1 per answer. It was a big year for horror franchises returning and continuing. I want you to name 3 horror sequels, remakes, or reboots that were released this year.
What the fuck are we supposed to know that?
There are so many.
Because we are massive losers and
I'm giving you a
don't watch
minute.
enough horror. So Sam's going to win. Okay.
3 horror sequels, remakes, or reboots.
No, I can't think of any.
What are those like from a few years ago
Nah,
that I can think of?
there's definitely one. I'm trying to think how. There's one that like you saw the trailer for so many times. I know, and you're like, oh, this trailer keeps coming up. It was very scary.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I feel bad because there's heaps of like horror stuff that like I don't see like residual advertising for. Like you don't see them at the bus stop very often or billboards for horror stuff. So like it's not in my like algorithm.
No, that's right.
What I'm hearing is that people aren't paying attention to this podcast on my Instagram, is what I'm hearing, guys. I should have chosen 3 different contestants.
Yeah, but James,
No.
I listen to you every day.
Yeah, James.
You hear me every day. Alrighty. That is the end of the round. Pens down. Or you keep scribbling a little bit long if you want. We'll go back to question 1. Question 1 was very poorly worded, but what's the name of the Australian horror film about a stone hand that connects people to the spirit world? Did anyone get it?
Is it called Stonehenge?
That's what I wrote. Is it called Stonehenge?
It's not called Stonehenge, but that's
well, did you
amazing.
get it right?
Tina, I love you so much that we thought the same thing.
Is that what you wrote as well, Maddie?
I wrote down the hand.
Which one, sorry?
I wrote down the hand.
It's not
So,
The Hand. So
I don't
0
know.
points. It was called Talk to Me.
What? Stupid fucking name from
As in, like,
Movie
as in, like,
Hand.
Well, they hold onto the hand. They say
They
talk to me,
listen.
and the spirit world opens up and they talk to spirits.
No, nah. Talk to the hand. The face ain't listening.
Yeah, that's what it should have been called. Talk to the hand.
If you would have said that,
It's like a comedy horror.
I could have given you a
about a
creativity
sassy
bonus.
woman.
Sassy woman. All right, question 2. Of the following horror icons, only one of them appeared in a horror movie this year. I wanted to know who it was. Did anyone get it?
I think I got it.
What do you think it was?
Ghostface?
You say Ghostface, Maddie?
I said Mike Myers. Or Michael Myers.
Mike
Yeah,
Myers?
Mike Myers.
You said Michael Myers as well?
Yeah.
Cool, sorry. There's a bit of a delay, so if you hear me repeating the question, that's why. Tina got it. It was Ghostface in Scream 7.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Michael Myers had 3 movies in the last 3 years, 3 in the last 5 years, but it wasn't this year.
Okay.
Tina is questioning every decision she's made since marrying me. All right. Question 3. Which popular children's character became public domain? Samantha knows the answer because we talked about it a lot on her first episode. Which one is it?
Winnie the Pooh.
It is Winnie the Pooh.
Oh!
Yeah.
And
Did
it's
you get that one as well,
blood and
Maddie?
honey.
Yeah, I got that as well. It's so sad.
Did you know the name of the movie, Maddie?
No, I just knew it was Winnie the Pooh.
You know what, Samantha? I'll give you a bonus point if you do.
Go,
Blood
Sam.
and honey.
Blood and Honey is right.
Money, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samantha's like, every time I'm on the show, you bring up that goddamn movie.
Actually.
Episode 4, our science and technology question. Oh, did you write down anything?
Now I know this is the wrong answer because he's been in public domain for like 1 billion years. But I couldn't think
Exactly
of anything.
1 billion, actually.
Yeah,
So.
I couldn't think of anything, so I put Santa Claus.
Yeah,
and I knew it was wrong because
Yeah.
I knew there was Santa Claus horror movies beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's also a Grinch one that I really want to see called The Mean One. And to most people's chagrin, there is a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 coming out, so stay tuned in 2024 for that one. In 2023, the shock. The Science of Scare project strapped heart rate monitors to 250 test subjects to determine the scariest movie of all time. What was it? I'll start with Maddie this time.
Oh, no, I literally just took a guess for The Conjuring.
Cool, no worries at all. And Tina?
I put Hereditary only because you mentioned that scene of like the head coming off and then it's just that's
The
like
basketball.
there's no cutaway. So I put that, but I have a feeling it actually might be Smile.
And Samantha, what did you guess?
You know, I was exactly the same as Tina. I was tossing up between Hereditary and Smile, and the reason I put down Hereditary was because I've heard from other people, even though I've watched it myself, oh, that was so terrifying. I didn't really think so, but definitely how confronting that head coming off scene was, I feel like that would have been, yeah.
It's a wash. It was Sinister. Sinister was
what's that even about?
So it's about a true crime author who moves into the house of where a family got murdered and a child disappeared, and he ends up finding all these like snuff films in his attic.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
I talked about it last Halloween. It's one of the scariest films I've ever seen. It trumped only by Hereditary. I would put Hereditary higher, but Sinister.
There you go.
And then question 5. So I'll give you 1 point per answer you give me, or 5 if you give me 3. I want 3 horror sequels, remakes, or reboots. Let's start with Tina. What did you get?
I put Scream.
Yep.
And The Exorcist.
Perfect.
I could not think of a third.
That's fine. You got 2 points. Maddie, what did you get?
I only put Scream.
Yep. No worries at all. And Samantha, what did you put down?
I feel like this is completely incorrect, and I don't actually know whether they've come out with a second one, but didn't they say something about there was a second Nun that came out?
There was a second Nun film, yeah?
Yeah, and then I don't actually know if this is correct. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I feel like they did another one of those. Did they
That was
not?
2022, but that's okay.
Damn it.
Did you get any others?
That's it.
No
That's
worries at all. We had heaps. So there was a sequel to Bird Box Barcelona, Evil Dead Rise, Haunted Mansion, Hell House, Insidious, The Red Door, Pet Cemetery, Resident Evil, Saw X, Scream 7, The Exorcist Believer, The Nun, The Wrath of Becky, and VHS 85. Tina gets 2 points, Maddie gets 1 point, Samantha gets 2 points. That is the end of round 2. We're flying through this. At the end of round 2, Samantha on 8 points, Maddie on 12 points, and Tina ahead on 14 points.
Woohoo!
Is it feeling very big?
Because I'm sleeping with it. That's my way to the top. Sleeping with the game show host.
Is it feeling very big fat quiz of the year?
It is.
Yes, that was my goal.
I know that was your goal. Except and on the big fat quiz of the year, they're able to keep time.
And we need people that just keep ganging up on you all the time.
So this will be the last appearance of Tina. She's like, I don't care. I'm only a filler anyway. I never want to be on this show. Alrighty. This is going to, I think, be the most difficult round. It was definitely written with Nick Owen in mind. Round 3 is The Great Escape. Oh, sorry, The Great Escape. It's all about superheroes, some little Superman fun.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. There's some tricky ones in here, and you've got to be paying attention to your superhero films to get them, but I think we'll have some good ones. Question 1 of round 3. 2023 saw the return of the character Loki in his own TV show. Including TV appearances, I want to know how many times has Tom Hiddleston played the character Loki?
Jesus. That's a hard question.
I'm not including episodes. So if he's he's in the show Loki, which I've already told you, there's one for you right there. I don't need all 12 episodes. One show counts as one appearance. If you can name me the movies, right, I'll give you bonus points.
Okay. Are we counting like if he was in post-credit sequences?
We are.
For crying out loud.
So you might want to write down the ones you know he's in, and even if you don't get the correct number, you still get some points.
Can we just write down a number because we don't know any of the answers?
Sure. That's fine.
I'll
give you 2 minutes for this one. This is a long one. The superhero ones. Wait till you get to the last question, the superhero ones. It was really, oh my God. You guys.
So hang on, is it Tom Hiddleston or is it the Loki character?
Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Okay.
Okay, I think I've got all that I can think of.
All right, maybe I won't give you 2 minutes. Maybe I'll give you 1 minute. That's a lot of time to fill.
I also don't know who Loki is, so this is great.
He's the one with, well, you've only seen Spider-Man, as we found out last time you were on. So.
So wait, so how are the points awarded for this question?
So I'll give you 1 point for the correct answer. I'll give you a bonus point for every movie you name that he's in.
Okay.
Or TV show. That will end that question. Question 2. Very simple. There were 3 Marvel movies this year, specifically MCU films. I want to know what 3 they were. I'll give you a point for each one. If you give me all 3, I'll give you 5 points.
Oh, I don't know. I think.
Are you okay?
Oh, I think. Hang on.
Speaking of Loki,
no,
our Loki
I
is
don't know
curled
if
up
that's right.
in the corner. 3 MCU films.
Right.
For those uninitiated, MCU is the current timeline of Marvel films. It doesn't include animated movies or anything like that. There's a little bit of a hint. It's just the live-action ones. The ones have been going since 2008.
I don't know what that is even. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay. That will do for that one.
It's a real head scratcher there, Jummers.
Question 3. Oh, keep scratching. That's the new catchphrase of this show. Keep scratching. Warner Brothers released an unprecedented 4 DC movies this year. Same question. I want to know what they were. One of them hasn't come out as of today, but it will be out in a couple of weeks. 1 point for every answer you give me. I'll give you 5 if you give me all 4 movies that DC are releasing.
Are releasing or have?
So there's 3 out currently. Have been released. The 4th one is due out before the end of December. If you can tell me that one, you get a point as well.
No, that's not right.
I'll even tell you the release date. It's coming out Boxing Day. There we go.
Oh, but is that Marvel or is that DC?
People are taking it way more serious now. Before there was banter, and now people are like, I need to think. I need to think.
It's because in the last round we had no idea what the answers were, so we just like fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one we half know what the answers are, so we have to think.
Thinking.
Yeah. No, that's not right.
I'm giving you 10 more seconds and then we're moving on. Tell you what, having timed rounds works really well. It keeps the show moving quickly.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Question 4. Pedro Pascal,
The internet's daddy.
the internet's sweetheart. He's stolen our hearts in shows like Game of Thrones, Mandalorian, and The Last of Us. According to multiple rumors, it's yet to be confirmed, but it's just about confirmed. I want you to tell me which Marvel hero he's been cast as. If you tell me the superhero name and the secret identity, I'll give you a bonus point.
Oh, you say it so many times.
I compare myself to that person with the graying of my hair. There's a huge clue, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I know.
The
I can
first
see
letter of his name.
I'm giving you 30 seconds on this one.
Oh my god! I can see the picture, and I just have to like.
It's one of those names where it's like an
This is the weakest round.
What was that, Samantha?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I know there's a delay. I feel like I talk when there's a brief pause, and then everyone starts talking. I don't want to interrupt you, so I apologize.
Don't worry, we're going to fight for the spotlight in this show, man. That is all the time you're getting. Alrighty, this is arguably the most difficult question of the quiz. I'm going to give you 2 minutes because there's a lot. Are we all familiar with the Hollywood slang term crossing the street?
No.
No.
Cool. I'm going to explain it to you. Crossing the street means when an actor jumps from one studio to another. So if they went from Disney to Warner Brothers. So we're going to ask you a question about crossing the street, particularly from Marvel to DC or from DC to Marvel. I want you to think of all the movies you've just written down, all the Marvel films and DC films. I want you to name as many actors who have crossed the street previously. So anyone who's ever been a Marvel film this year who's been in a DC film previously, and anyone from a DC film who's shown up a Marvel film previously. I'll give you a point for every single one, and I've got the full list. There are heaps. I'm giving you 2 minutes because there's a lot.
Okay.
This is the question that took me the longest. I was just lying in bed writing down the answers.
This is a really hard question.
It is, but there's some really obvious ones. Like when you think about it, you're like, of course, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is that I'm just sort of freezing in my brain.
Yeah. Maybe someone in these movies has been free. I actually don't even know. I don't even know if the answer is someone ice powered. I was just being silly.
Oh, okay. I have one.
That's okay. That is 1 point if it's right.
Oh, I actually don't think that is one.
People are like, why didn't you do an office quiz? There's someone that we work with, Samantha. I won't name their name on the show, but they listened to that and they said it was the funniest thing they've ever heard. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
No, that's not right because they're both the same studio.
Maddie is deep in thought. She is.
I just can't think of like my brain started at potentially 2 and that was it. Like that shows you how many superhero films I've watched.
Oh, I got a great one.
Oh, damn you, Tina.
Yeah, but it's one. It's only one.
Also, it has not been verified that it's correct yet.
Oh, no, I know this is correct.
You got 25 seconds to go. Poor Maddie couldn't do a mind map or a vision board for this episode. Normally there's a lot of planning involved.
I did. There was nothing. There was nothing on paper. It felt really wrong.
And Maddie was like, the only thing I could do was watch every single movie that came out this year in preparation.
Which I didn't do.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, I need more time. My brain won't work.
And that is the end of round 4? 3. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The first question is all about the character Loki. I want to know how many times he showed up in the MCU, how many appearances he had, and I'll give you a point for every movie or TV show you can jump to. Let me start where I know we probably don't have a lot of answers. Samantha, how'd you go?
6.
Not 6. Did you write in any movies?
Absolutely not.
0 points. No worries. Maddie?
I just wrote 3. I don't know.
Did you write in any movies?
No.
All right. Tina, I think you're going to steal the show. How many have you been in?
I wrote down the number 6.
Okay.
But that is confirmed to be incorrect.
That's wrong.
But I listed 5 movies.
Cool. So tell me the movies. I'll give you a point for each one that's right.
Thor.
Correct.
Thor Dark World.
Correct.
Avengers.
Correct.
Avengers Endgame.
Correct.
Loki.
Correct. Alrighty.
Oh, I thought you were saying this year, so I didn't write any of those. I just
No, I said in its entirety.
Oh no, I thought you meant this year. So I was like, I don't know, not that many.
Okay.
Never mind. Good job, Tina.
The correct answer is 9.
Okay.
I was going to do Samuel L. Jackson. I think he sounded like 20 or something, but we went.
Yeah.
So 9. Thor, The Avengers, Thor: The Dark World, Thor: Ragnarok, Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, What If, Loki, and he was in the post credits of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Okay.
There we go. Tina is very ahead. Question 2. This year saw the release of 3 MCU movies. I want to know what they were. Maddie, what did you get?
I just guessed Ant-Man.
Yep.
Was there a new Doctor Strange?
There was not a new Doctor Strange, sadly.
Okay. Was there the Marvels?
There was the Marvels.
Okay.
So 2 points. Samantha, what did you get?
Still don't know.
She's like, I slept this round. Is it 9 o'clock?
I actually don't know.
Okay. Tina, what did you get?
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Marvels.
Yep.
And Eternals.
That was 2 years ago. The one that you cried over relentlessly was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, okay. See, I'm telling you, I'm erasing it from my memory.
That's okay.
We got trauma block.
But then I was like,
Yeah.
there's something in the cinemas you want me to see, and I'm not interested in seeing it. I couldn't remember what it was.
I think it was the Marvels. I wasn't like, you have to go see it, but I went to the Marvels. And totally underrated. Really enjoyed the Marvels. All right, let's go to DC movies. We'll start with you this time, Tina. What were the 4 DC movies that came out?
Flash.
Yes.
Aquaman.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Cool. 2. Maddie, what did you get?
I said Aquaman, and then I said Spider-Man.
No, not Spider-Man, but that's okay. Aquaman is correct. And Samantha, did you write anything other than I don't know?
Listen, did Shazam 2 come out this year?
Which one?
And was that Marvel or DC? Shazam, the second Shazam.
Shazam 2 is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well done. Good job.
So the correct answers were Shazam, Fury of the Gods, or Shazam 2, The Flash, Blue Beetle,
Oh, Black Adam.
and Aquaman, The Last Kingdom is out in December. Black Adam was last year. Blue Beetle was the other one,
Blue Beetle.
which I should be getting on Blu-ray next week because I haven't seen it yet, so I'm very excited. Question 4, Pedro Pascal. Who's he playing, apparently?
Couldn't remember the character's name, but I remember the film.
What was the film?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you're on the right track. He's meant to be a Fantastic Four character. It's going to really annoy you when you find out what his name is. Samantha, do you have any idea who this was?
I wrote not sure.
Cool.
I know, because it's my least favourite character.
Who was
it's Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, and if you want to go for a civilian name, it's Reed Richards.
I told you it was an alliteration.
Yeah, well, Stanley's.
Yeah.
Alrighty, the last question, the toughest question of the quiz, I would say. Crossing the street. I want to know what you guessed. We'll start with Maddie this time. Did you get anything?
I just guessed Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds was not in a film at all this year, a Marvel DC one, and neither was Chris Evans, so I can't give you any points.
Oh, wait, this year?
They had to come out in a movie this year, and they crossed the street previously.
Oh, fuck. What's the question?
I'm not. We weren't.
That is a ridiculously hard question.
Yeah, I told you it was a tough question.
No, there's tough questions, and then there's that.
All right.
I love the
sake of
I've made this quiz easier this year. I've made this quiz easier.
For the sake of miscommunication, I will award any crossing the street you get. So Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern, and Deadpool, I'll give you. Chris Evans, he only played Marvel characters, hasn't done DC, so I can't give you that.
Wasn't he in the Fantastic Four?
That's also Marvel.
That's also Marvel.
I thought that was DC, that's why.
Yeah. No, all good. Tina, you have a list you want to talk about? Tell me what you got.
I wrote down Chris Evans, but then I remembered
Yep.
that Fantastic Four is also Marvel. So I wrote Michael Keaton.
Spot on. Michael Keaton was in The Flash this year, and he was previously in Spider-Man Homecoming.
And he also played Batman.
Flash. So he plays the same character, But yes. Samantha, did you get anything?
No, I wrote I need to watch more superhero movies. And then I drew this massive dot on my page.
So then what are the answers that you've written down for this year then?
Cool. So
Because you said there's so many.
Yeah, so in Ant-Man we had Michelle Pfeiffer. She previously played Catwoman.
Right.
We also had David Desmalchin, who played the Goo Guy. He was also
What the fuck is that?
He's in Ant-Man, and he also played the insane criminal in Dark Knight. In Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't get that. I'm so sorry that I didn't get this really obscure character by an actor I've never heard of before.
That's not my fault.
Don't forget to force Gloobly Wobbly Boo on your list, because he also played like background actor number 3 in Marvel 2.
When you say that, do you mean Chukwudi Iwuji? Because he is on the list.
For fuck's sake. I'm going to fucking walk out this door.
He played the villain in Guardians 3. He was also in Peacemaker. Pom Clemente, who plays Mantis, was in Suicide Squad. Tara Strong is in Guardians 3. She also plays Miss Minutes. She's also the voice of a number of characters. Michael Rosenbaum was in Guardians 3 and Smallville. Jennifer Holland in Guardians 3, Shazam 2, Peacemaker, Black Adam. Nathan Fillion showed up in Guardians 3. He's also in Justice League Doom. Danielle Melchior, Guardians 3, Suicide Squad. That's just Guardians. The Marvels, there was no one. Shazam 2, you got Zachary Levi. He played Shazam, and he was also in Thor. Jamon Honsu was in Shazam 2 and was in Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel. The Flash, you've got Michael Keaton, Nicolas Cage, and Ben Affleck. And in Aquaman 2, you got Ben Affleck, Dolph Lundgren, and Randall Park. So there are...
Can I ask you a question? Would you have known all of these actors off the top of your head without looking at IMDb?
There were like 2 I had to look up. Everything else I knew.
So you knew, watching a movie, you would have known who Michael Rosenbaum is.
Yeah, he plays Lex Luthor in
Or you would have
Smallville.
known who
Here's Martin
Daniela McCallor is.
Yep, she played the
Or
Ratcatcher.
you know who Pom... I'm sorry, that's a fucking made-up name.
That's Mantis.
Pom Clementine.
Yeah, she's French. So after what was a very non-controversial round,
I feel like if Nick was here, Nick would have done well.
he would have done well. I told you I wrote Nick in mind. At the end of round 3, Samantha is on 9 points. Maddie is on 16. Tina is way ahead on 25. So she's angry, but she is winning, just like the Hulk.
Oh, man. You are so getting in trouble later.
Unless the next round is like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, you're going to hate the next round.
This quiz is extremely biased to James-centric. James-centric horror movie, superheroes, action. I bet you the next fucking round is going to be like Leo DiCaprio movies, Christopher Nolan movies.
No, the next round's about this podcast.
Oh, she called you out.
James-centric.
The next round. Round 4 is called Me, Myself, I, and it's all about this podcast. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I wish it was a visual podcast so people could see.
Oh, people can see your rage through the speakers. This has been out in another 2 weeks, and people can hear it in the future from now. That's also a good week, actually. Good idea.
Oh, my goodness. You're in so much trouble later.
No, I won't, because
actually, no, you won't be. Tina wins.
She's winning.
At the end of the day,
A lot.
I'm surprised.
I want to make a great Palantir joke, but
I wouldn't be winning if Nick was here.
Nick
would have smashed all of that. That is because it's completely in yours and Nick's wheelhouse.
well, I have to do a variety of different things.
Yeah, variety.
But also, I have to play to the audience. This is what we talk about on the show.
Right, well, before you ask questions, I'm texting your wife, so that's why I've got my phone.
Is it, hey, let's bail?
James is on my phone.
Yeah, I'm going to see the text message, bro. I'm holding it for the timer.
Don't luck.
Do you need a moment before we start the next round, Maddie?
Yeah, because you're about to ask questions. I have my phone out.
Wait,
all right, go.
So she can't look up. She's not allowed to have her phone. It's true.
Oh, yeah, cool. I didn't even set that rule, but I like that everyone just respected the format. But like, it's trivia. We can't look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're here to play, man.
We sure, some of us are. Question 1, all about this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I was a teenage film snob, hit a number of milestones. I want you to name 3. I'll give you a point for everyone. I'll give you 5 points. You give me 3. And I have started the timer. It's the end of the year. We're celebrating the show. We've got to talk about the podcast a little bit. I'll tell you what, I won't plug any merch at the end of the episode.
Depends on what you consider to be a milestone.
But for anything vaguely good.
Okay, yeah.
Anything you're like, I can't believe James did that. And let's be honest, according to some sources, I can't complete anything. So no one in this room. Oh, I've given you more than 30 seconds. Cool. Question 2. I want you to name 3 topics that were covered by the podcast this year. Every 12 weeks or so we do a new topic. We've had a few random ones in between. Tell me 3 we've covered. 1 point per answer. 5 points for all 3.
Does movies count?
No, movies does not count.
Don't know how to spell it.
How to make my wife annoyed. That was the topic of this particular episode. Also, this is like the first time Samantha's really met you and Maddie, and she's like, oh my God, never again. Never
These
another.
women are intense.
Hilarious.
Okay, that's enough time. Question 3. I want you to tell me which regular guest has had the most appearances this year on the podcast, and I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me how many times they've been on.
Okay.
Not including tonight. Also, not including anything that hasn't come out yet. So, as of episode 73.
Yeah.
Hang on, repeat the question just so I'm making sure I get it right.
Which guest has had the most appearances on the show this year as of episode 73? Because this one we're recording right now is going to be episode 77. But I've had a big week. I'll give you a few more seconds because you need me to repeat the question. Yeah, that's enough time. Alrighty. I want you to tell me, including bonus episodes, how many shows have we released this year? It's a record. We dwarfed last year. Huge number. We've almost missed no episodes this year. So I want you to tell me how many episodes have come out.
It's 1 a week, isn't it?
It is 1 a week, ideally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to rain.
It have to be the exact number, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
If no one gets it, we can always go to Price is Right rules, which is the closest to the number without going over.
Yeah, I'm just random guessing. Ooh.
Yeah. Excellent. This is the hard one. Question 5 is always the hard one. It's going to show how much you've been paying attention. I want each of you to name 3 episodes you've been on by title. Every title is a pun. So what was Samantha's only been a few, so she doesn't remember pretty much all of them. 3 episodes by title of the episode. And if you get within the ballpark, we'll give it to you. If you get it slightly wrong, I'll still give it to you.
Hang on, say it again. What's the question?
So I want you to name the title of 3 episodes you've been on the podcast. So what name have I given each of your appearances? And I'll be honest, I'll have to.
I don't remember one of them.
You don't remember, or you do remember?
There's one of them I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is it the second one? I felt the first one and the third one are very iconic titles.
Yeah.
We'll give you 10 more seconds. And time is almost up. Okay, it's up. Well, that seems like a considerably calmer round. And we thought the self-indulgent was going to be tricky. All righty, going to question 1. Podcast has hit a number of milestones. I want you to name 3. Let's start with Maddie. What did you get?
I said the 50th episode.
Yes, that's 1.
Okay, and then I said 100. I said with 1,000 streams.
Yes, that's another one.
Yeah. Okay. Woo.
You just got 2? That's great. Excellent. Samantha, what did you get?
So over 1,000 listens. That's
Yeah.
what in terms of streams. Over 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yes, that's another one.
And a 4.2 star rating.
Yeah,
on your
that's another
Spotify
one.
round.
Well done. So I have to give you 4 more points. So you have 5 points for that round. Well done.
Nice.
Tina, what did you get?
I got 1,000 streams.
Yes.
1,000 follows.
Yes.
50th episode.
Yes.
Interviews with Americans.
That's cool as well. I can only give you maximum 5 points.
Yeah.
But yeah, 50th episode, 1 year anniversary, 1,000 followers, 1,000 streams, the first ever live stream, first ever podcast crossover, first time guesting on another show, and then we released merch and logo and the 4.2 star rating. But lots of, but yeah, well done, everyone. I take back the comment about no one paying attention. Okay. Question 2, 3 topics we covered this year on the podcast. We'll start with Tina first.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse is correct.
Teen sex films.
That's correct.
Now, one of them hasn't been released yet. Can I mention it?
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Marvel first iteration.
Yes, that'll count.
Yeah.
I'll give you 5 points. Maddie, what did you get?
I said Apocalypse.
Yes.
2000s.
We have not done 2000s yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
90s.
We were meant to do 2000s until next year.
Oh, okay. I said Tarantino.
Yes.
Nolan.
Yes, there we go.
And teen sex movies.
Excellent. Samantha, what did you get?
So I did the two that we did. So The Office.
Yep.
I did the horror films or films that made us uncomfortable.
Yes.
And then I just wrote this one.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Excellent. Alrighty. So 90s movies we did. We did Apocalypse films, horror movies, The Office. I did a behind the scenes of podcasting, video game movies, soundtracks, best of 2022, uncomfortable movies, and sex and cinema. So well done, everyone. Everyone got 5 points that time, so well done. All right, question 3. Who had the most appearances on the show this year? Samantha.
I said Nick, and then I just said 6 times.
Nick did go on the show 6 times. That's absolutely correct. But Nick was not on the most.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Maddie, what did you get? I'll give you, I'm giving you a point because that's good. Maddie, what did you get?
I thought Nick was up there, but I was like, maybe Josh.
No, Josh was on 5 times, but it wasn't Josh. Tina, what did you get?
Oh, I got Maddie.
Maddie was on 4 times. No, it was you, Tina. You were on 8 times.
Oh, was I? Was I really on 8 times?
Tina was on 8 times because there were 2 parts of episode 50. So you were on 8 times. Nick and Gabby were both on 6 times. Maddie 4, Josh 5, Samantha 3.
Wow.
Not including this episode, obviously. Still some points around. Okay, so how many episodes, including bonus shows, have been released this year as of episode 73? I'll start with you, Tina.
39.
39 is close. Maddie, what did you get?
Oh, I said 41.
Very close. Samantha, what did you get?
I said 42.
Also close. I'll give you that because we're going to do Price is Right rules. It was 44.
Ooh.
Oh, well done.
And we've recorded 3 seconds. We're going to get pretty close to 50, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Because last year, we tanked. I think we did 28 episodes in the end. So this year, the goal was to try and get as many episodes out as possible. So 44. All right, I have to pull up the app, but I want to know 3 episodes that you all appeared on. This time we'll start with Maddie. Can you tell me 3 episodes that you appeared on?
Yes. Hang on. I've been on 4 times, haven't I?
5 times.
Okay, because I couldn't remember all the ones, but I remember Maddie World, but I don't remember how many times you said Mad.
I think that was last year, Maddie World.
Oh, bugger. Okay, well, I remember that one. I don't know why. And I remember Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, you were on. No, you weren't on Barbenheimer.
Wasn't I? No, I wasn't. Because we talked about Oppenheimer. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay, no. Then I only remember Mad E was my Apocalypse one.
Yeah, you're on Mad E.
Okay, then that's the only one.
That's it?
What the name was.
You were also on the Schultz Shank Redemption.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, okay.
You were on episode 50, part 2. And
no, I wasn't. No, that doesn't count.
I was giving you an opportunity to get an extra point, so it counts because you get an extra point. I can't remember the other one you were on. You were on Across the Nolanverse.
The Nolanverse. I couldn't remember the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, still there. Samantha, what were you on?
The People Person's Paper podcast.
People Person's Paper podcast. Yes,
That's great.
And Midsummer.
Midsummer.
And that's the only other one that I remember.
Did you remember your third one?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
It was Mission Uncomfortable.
Damn it.
The reactions are telling me these titles are winners. Tina, you had 8 to pick from. What were you on?
Yeah, I don't remember majority of them.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that I was on 8 episodes. I've got 1, 2, 3 Matrix.
Yes, or 3, 2, 1 The Matrix, but I'll give it to
3, 2,
you.
1 The Matrix. And then I couldn't remember what the Harry Potter one was called.
Okay.
I thought You're a Wizard, Harry.
So you were in Best in Show 2.0. You were in Year 1. You were in 3, 2, 1 The Matrix, which you mentioned. 50 Movies to Watch Before You Die, Parts 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
You were in The Hunger Games.
I like that one
as well. You were in History of Magic Part 1.
History of Magic, that's what it is.
History of Magic Part 2.
Yeah.
But there you go. Still a couple of points there.
I knew there was a H word.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, though.
Okay, the end of round 4, we have Samantha on 23 points, Maddie on 24 points, and Tina on 10, 20, 30, 36 points.
Jesus.
The points get bigger from here. Okay, round 5 is a game we're calling Castaway. And what I'm going to do is read the cast of a film in reverse order from smallest role to biggest role. I want you to tell me what movie they're in. The earlier you guess, the more points you get.
It's like Who Am I?
It's like Who Am I? This one, you don't write it down. It's the first one to shout it out. If your answer is incorrect, you miss a go. Does that make sense? Would you like me to go through the rules again?
Do it again.
I'm going to read out the cast of a movie in reverse. So from least screen time to most screen time, approximately. You don't write an answer down. I just want you to call it out. So if you think you know the answer based on the first person, you'll tell me. If you're right, you get the full points. If you get it wrong, you can't guess the next round. You have to wait until someone else guesses. Then the sooner you guess, the more points. I'll tell you the maximum points available for each round, and there are 5 movies.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll get the hang of it as we go.
And the films, obviously, are, again, from this year.
They all came out this year.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So this first movie, the maximum amount of points you can get is 5. So for actor number 1, Adrian Martinez.
Okay.
No one wants to guess, which is fine. For 4 points, Ben Schwartz.
I know who Ben Schwartz is.
Yeah. He's John Ralphio in Parks and Rec, if that helps. For 3 points, Aquafina.
Is it something to... No, I know. Is it...
Don't blow your
it's
answer.
not DuckTales.
No.
I know what it is. I saw.
For 2 points, Nicholas Hoult.
I know what it is. But I don't know what it's called. But I saw you watching it.
For 1 point, Nicolas Cage. It's a vampire movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what it's called.
No. Soz them out.
That's okay. The movie was Renfield.
That's right.
That's probably the hardest one on the list.
That's right.
Okay. This next one is
really funny.
It was really funny. Really good movie. No points. Next movie is also worth 5 points. For 5 points, Miles Jupp. He's a British actor.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but not everyone.
I know, not everyone.
For 4 points, Tahar Rahim. It's going to be a real bust if no one gets any of the movies. For 3 points, Rupert Everett. We're bringing some big names in now.
What movie has Rupert Everett and... Miles dropping it.
I'll tell you what, they're in it right now. For 2 points, Vanessa Kirby. For 1 point, Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay, so is it Napoleon?
Who?
Napoleon, there we go.
Oh, I had no idea who was cast in Napoleon.
He is playing Napoleon.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's playing Napoleon.
I had literally all I've seen is the poster.
Okay, well, this game was now worth it because someone got a point.
All I know is that, he's in Napoleon and the chick from The Crown is Josephine. Like, they're the two faces that I remember.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, this next one is worth 9 points max.
Oh, my God.
For 9 points, Boyd Holbrook. I'm just going to let the dog out of the room, but I can project. Okay, Tina's going to let the dog out of the room while I project. For 8 points, Thomas Kretschmann. You would know him if you saw him. He's in so many things. For 7 points, Toby Jones. The voice of Dobby.
Yeah.
Also played Arnim Zola. Cute little old man. For 6 points, Mads Mikkelsen.
Ooh.
Huge film this year, this is. Massive.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
is it Killers of the Flower Moon?
It's not. You can now not guess the next question.
Okay.
For 5 points, Antonio Banderas. Probably not much of a clue, to be honest, so you probably got lucked out there. For 4 points, Karen Allen.
I don't even know who that is.
For 3 points, John Rhys Davies. Not Jonathan Rhys Myers. Not the sexy one, the old one.
He's got that on a bumper sticker.
Oh my God, there's so many points getting lost. For 2 points, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I know all their faces and I just can't place them in a film.
All right, here we go. Like this. Here's the gimme. For 1 point, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford was in a movie this year?
Oh my God, it was the biggest film of the year.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones movie this one?
Yeah, I took my dad to. I'm not even going to ask you the subtitle because everyone's struggling with that one. Dial of Destiny.
I said Dial of Destiny.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear it because someone was asking if Harrison Ford was in a movie this year.
I still haven't seen it, but okay.
Well, that's because Disney decided not to release physical media anymore, but that's a whole other story. All right, this one's worth 9 points as well.
Oh, I'm
Starting
so sorry, James. We're letting you down.
It's all right. It's fine. Like, it's amusing to me. I'm like, Nick, I would have got all of these.
He would have friggin' smashed us.
For 9 points, I'm going to butcher his surname. It's Carrie Elwes, the guy from Princess Bride. And so,
Okay. Yeah. He's really old now, right?
like oldish, older than us.
Yeah. Well, he looks old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 8 points, Shea Wiggum. For 7 points, Tina's favourite name, Pom Clementif. For 6 points, she's back again, Vanessa Kirby. For 5 points, Rebecca Ferguson.
Sauce, bro.
For 4 points, Ving Rhames.
Who?
Ving Rhames.
I feel like, do you know what I feel like?
Yeah.
I feel like you are at this really, really niche convention for like pottery in the Midwest or something. Because you're like, guys, I met Rhys James.
These are massive movies, like every single one of them. For 3 points, Simon Pegg.
I don't know who any of these people are.
A huge movie. For 2 points, Hayley Atwell. For 1 point, he was on a Caribbean cruise. On cruise.
Was it Mission Impossible?
It's Mission Impossible, yes.
I was going to put Simon Pegg, but I didn't think there was any Mission Impossible.
It's the one where he drove off the cliff on the motorbike.
Okay.
Dead Reckoning.
I had no idea there was a Mission Impossible this year.
All right.
I've literally been under a rock, mate.
This one is worth 15 points. Max.
So we'll get that 1 point. Someone will get 1 point.
It's got to be one or the other. 15
points, Max, and there's so many people in here. And after a while, all these names have been in other movies. For 15 points, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Okay.
14 points, Daniela Melchior. We're going to start with the obscure ones first.
Yeah.
For 13 points, Alan Richson.
Richson.
Yeah, he was Hawk in Titans.
Okay.
For 12 points, Scott Eastwood, son of Clint.
Oh, he's hot.
Suddenly, the episode has come back to life. 11 points, Jason Momoa.
Is it Barbie?
It's not Barbie. You cannot guess the next round. For 10 points, Brie Larson.
I think I know it. Jason Momoa.
Huge movie.
And Pete Davidson together.
All right. Tina is now allowed to guess again. For 9 points, Helen Mirren.
Is it Fast and Furious?
It is Fast and Furious. Fast X.
Oh, well done.
9 points to Tina. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the end of that round.
Holy crap. That was really hard.
That was really hard.
I thought there were some pretty big ones in there, but that's. I mean, I think they're all big movies. But that's
I really enjoyed the concept of that.
That's it. I had to think of like movies that hadn't come up in other questions.
Yeah.
I couldn't be like.
I think you just had to be a bit more like
Ezra Miller,
Emma Watson.
Well, she was
Margot Robbie.
Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, so movies that you watched 20 years ago. If you could do movies from my childhood and not from this year, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
We're up to the final question of the round and of the game. This is the last question. It's worth a maximum 30 points.
Jesus
so
Christ.
anyone can win. Possibly. What I want
doesn't want you to win, Santa.
in the year 2023, who was A, the most profitable actress of the year?
Yep.
B, who was the most profitable actor of the year?
Yep.
And C, did I go A to C? I don't know. And
No,
C,
you did ABC.
what was the highest grossing film of the year?
Yeah.
So most profitable actress,
So we're writing them down?
most profitable actor, and highest grossing film. Take your time. I'll give you a minute if I remember to do my job, which I haven't done since I started, so why start now? Samantha has a headache. She's like, why did I agree to this?
Most profitable actor.
It's turned out I cannot open a phone, so never mind.
I'll do it.
It's okay.
Wait, so it was actor, actress, and what was the other one?
What robot said that?
That was
What's me?
Oh, was it? The sound came out like an actual robot. What was the question again, sorry?
Oh, I just said I would say it was actor, actress, and...
And so you still sound like a robot?
Yeah.
But most profitable actor, most profitable actress, and most biggest box office of the year for a film. I don't know what's going on. Like, do you sound like...
Yeah, is that wrong with speakers?
I kind of hope it doesn't. What?
I think there's something wrong with my laptop. When we started this, I connected my headphones to my laptop, and you guys sounded like robots. So I was like, no, there's something wrong here.
I really hope that Zoom doesn't pick up her actual voice, and the last round is just Samantha as a robot. Sambot 2023. Okay. What a way to end the show. All right, you got 10 more seconds, and then we're pulling the plug on this bad boy.
Okay.
That has been 10 seconds-ish. Let's start with... Well, Tina's written down some answers. Tina, what did you get? Actress, actor, movie, what have you got?
All right. Most profitable actress is Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, okay.
Most profitable actor, I wasn't sure. I put Leo DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio, okay.
And the biggest box office hit is Barbie.
You got 2 out of 3. I won't reveal which ones yet. Samantha, what did you get?
I wrote Margot Robbie as well. For some reason, I wrote Timothy Chalamet, but I do believe it's the main character from Oppenheimer, the guy.
Cillian Murphy.
Okay, sorry, it's really funny. Okay.
His name is Murphy or something, and then Barbie, I wrote Barbie as well.
Okay, and Maddie, what did you get?
Now, so film, I wrote Barbie.
Yep.
Actor, I would have guessed like who's a big buck name, and so I was thinking maybe Leo or Brad Pitt because they can ask for a lot of money. But as soon as you said there was a Mission Impossible film, it has to be Tom Cruise. Dude gets a lot of money for his films.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna say Tom Cruise, and then actress, I have no idea. So I was just gonna guess like Jennifer Lawrence because she did a couple of films this year, maybe. So, I don't know.
Okay. So we've got from Tina, Barbie, Margot Robbie, and what'd you say?
Leo
And Leo DiCaprio. Samantha said Barbie, Margot Robbie, and she said Timothy Chalamet. And then or Cillian Murphy. And Maddie said Barbie, she said Jennifer Lawrence, and she said Tom Cruise. I
Yeah.
can tell you that all three of you got 2 out of 3 correct. So I'm just going to tell you the scores, and then I'll reveal the final answer. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Well, we know it's Barbie. 'Cause we're
Yeah, we know
smart.
it's Barbie. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
we were following along with that one because that was
Yeah.
in our wheelhouse.
I wonder what the
I still
difference.
sound like
You would know, James, but you're counting. But I wonder what the difference in box office is between Barbie and Oppenheimer.
I think it's pretty significant because Oppenheimer is a 3-hour film, so for every one time Oppenheimer plays, Barbie can screen twice.
Yeah.
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 And I remember even in the week, like watching the weekends, it was like staggering close, and then Barbie just kept going. Like it just ran off. Like it
Yeah.
was amazing. Yeah.
Alrighty. I can now reveal the highest grossing actress of the year was, of course, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Highest grossing actor of the year was Tom Cruise.
Well done.
Well, he did a Mission Impossible, so I'm like, there you go. He wins.
And highest grossing film of the year, only as of a couple of months ago, up until a few months ago, it was Super Mario Brothers. It is, it hit $1 billion, Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
biggest movie of the year until, of course, Barbie.
Yeah.
Which means in third place, a very respectable 43 points, Samantha the Party McCarty. Well done.
Yay!
Silver medal, only just ahead, 46 points. The female Pee Wee Herman, Maddie Schultz. My original intro did have me doing a Pee Wee Herman impression. I'm like, why would I
No, you
win
can't
the
be.
geniuses here? And the runaway victor, pretty much since round 2, 66 points.
Oh.
69.
Film Snob of the year is Tina, my wife. I don't have a fun nickname for you. That is the end of the quiz. Well done, everyone. Before we wrap up the show, any final thoughts on 2023? Anything we're looking forward to in 2024?
I'm looking forward to going to the movies more. I feel like I really haven't gone to the movies that much this year, and we've gotten a couple of vouchers as gifts. So I'm looking forward to actually like having a movie going experience as opposed to watching movies at home.
I think that's very cool. I've been doing that a lot recently. I'm like, sorry, Tina, stay at home on Saturday night. I'm going to the movies.
Yeah.
Because we have a very cheap cinema. Samantha, I'm going to ask you second, just in case you still sound like a robot. What are you looking forward to in 2024? What did you like about 2023?
Well, hopefully I don't sound like a
You
robot.
don't. You're back.
Yay! About 2023, I feel like I said before, I did branch out and watch a few movies that I said I was never going to watch, but or 2023, I can't remember what I said just then, but 2024, I'm not really too sure. I went to Gold Class once this year, and that was really fun with my partner, so I'd really like to do that again.
What did you go see?
I think it was the Shazam movie, the second
nice,
one.
cool.
I think that's what we saw in Gold Class. Yeah, it was really good.
So much fun. Underrated, that flick. Loki has just come out of the closet. Not a joke. He was actually in our closet. Nice one. And Maddie, highlights of 2023. What are you looking forward to in 2024?
Oh, I think, because I only went to see the one film in the movies, and I've watched a lot of repeats at home. So my highlight was actually coming on the podcast. Like, not trying to fan the
That's
fire.
the correct answer. Maddie actually's got a secret 50 bonus points.
Yeah.
She's now the winner.
No, I am not a brown noser. I literally have enjoyed, that's probably the longest sitting of adult conversations I've had is coming on the podcast, like uninterrupted, like talking about things things that I like. Like, it's been so needed and so, pivotally important for me. So I think that's been my favorite thing. And then next year, I guess going to more, or like, taking the kids to see some would be kind of fun. And I just ordered a projector, so I'm really trying to set up a few outdoor cinema experiences at our
That's
house.
awesome.
So, yes, that's
I
what
don't know if
I'm
we've talked
trying to
about-
get going.
I don't know if we talked, Maddie, but I'm also about to head into a home cinema project as well. So we'll have to have you guys over once it's all set up. We can do big movies. Samantha, if you want to fly across country, you're also invited, but the trek is slightly longer. Excellent. Well, that's going to do it. I'm not going to plug T-shirts or anything like that. It's the last episode of the year. So first of all, a huge thank you to everyone who came on the show tonight. This has been a little mini dream come true. I've wanted to do a quiz show for a long time. And I would say it was like 95% successful. Maybe that superhero round was a bit tough.
Maybe it was just me.
No, but it's very funny. Like, that's when the show came alive. But I really wanted to do it. It went off pretty much as I was hoping it would, so that's been great. Thank you to all three of you for your continued support and appearances on the show. Three of my all-time favorite guests and some of the funniest episodes I have been with you three. A big thank you to all the listeners. Like 1,000 streams ain't no joke. That's a lot. I would have been shocked if we got to 10 listens. 1,000, I'm still getting my head around. I can't wait for next year. We're going to keep putting out more and more content. I've got all sorts of ideas. I actually already know what I'm going to do for episode 100. I had an idea. I've changed it based on what we're doing tonight. I think I'll tell you guys off mic because there's a lot involved, but I'm very excited. But yeah, I think that's about it. Does anyone have any final thoughts before we wrap up the show?
I just think it's been a very successful year and lots of fun. Really, lots of fun.
The year.
I was going to say Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to wrap as well. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for the show. We will probably be back next week because what else am I going to do? Like, I'm just going to keep recording the show. Thank you to everyone. Have a great, happy, safe New Year. Watch plenty of movies. And as I say every single week on the show, guys, I was a teenage film snob, and I actually think I'm pretty much there, but I am trying to get better. We'll see you next week.